How's it going, guys? I hope you are doing well today. In this video, I just want to go over farming real quick in Dwarf Fortress, kind of show you how to set it up and what you need to do to get it automated, be successful, and just have it working well. A lot of people, a lot of new players, they kind of forget about farming or forget about making drinks. And drinks are the very most important thing to the dwarves. As you know, they love their alcohol, and if they can't have it, they get pretty angry. So, what we do is, one of the key things you got to realize in order to farm is you can't be on like stone, like a hard surface. If you want to do surface level farming, it has to be, think of it as, can I pick it up with my hands? Is it grabbable? Is it crushable with my hands? So that would be like clay, soil, sand, things like that. And as you can see, I'm on a sandy clay cavern floor right here. So this is a perfect spot to put a farm plot. As you can see, we have one down. And what we have planted, which I recommend you do, is you do plump helmets, because they are the best to have for all the seasons. You're always going to be able to make them. As you can see, it says I have no seeds right now. And that's probably because we haven't consumed any plump helmets. When you eat a plump helmet without cooking it, you will get seeds. Or I totally forgot to bring seeds with me, which I thought I had plump helmets seeds to spawn on my embark thing. But that's kind of how you get it. If you don't cook a plump helmet, you will get the seeds back, and those can be planted. So try not to, if you have a kitchen, try not to cook plump helmets, because it might be bad. Well, if you care about farming. Now, I make it about this big, and what I put next to it is I put a stockpile. This is personal preference. I just find it easier. The dwarves don't have to go as far. But I put a stockpile here with food, only plants and seeds. And the reason I do only plants and seeds is because we're going to put plants and seeds in here, and it just makes it easier to get to and from with it. So I have it here. And it definitely helps, because this stockpile is kind of temporary, and it's just one of the things you really should do is get all your stuff indoors. Because not only the weather, but other animals, other creatures will steal your stuff. So you don't really want to have to deal with that. And a couple things you can do with the still is, you do add task, and then see, I can't do any of these because I don't have any barrels. So if you ever see this, you need a barrel to store the liquid in. So I have a task to make a carpenter workshop, but all my dwarves are busy hauling, which hauling takes priority over pretty much every other task in the game. So if you ever set like a stockpile or create things like that, and you're like, why is nobody doing anything? Well, they're all hauling, and one thing you can do is, if you don't want them to be hauling, you can go here on the little face icon, which is the unit menu, and you can go to work orders, or labor, and you can literally tell nobody to do hauling, and then they'll stop and they'll start doing other stuff, but I want them to haul everything in. But you can kind of customize things if you find your dwarves are not doing what you want them to do. Now, when this is done and this is going, what you'll also want to do is, once you have access to work orders, you can create a work order through your manager, which will allow you to, if drinks are less than 100, like, make more, or less than 50. It's going to depend on your population, because the more dwarves you get, the more drinks you're going to go through, and that stuff can be pretty quick. Another thing, too, is to get a pasture, because I know this has nothing to do with farming, but I'd recommend you get a pasture for your animals sooner than later, especially if you just started. Then you assign them by clicking the little plus. Maybe not your doggos, but yeah. That's just something to always do at the start. That's how you set up a farm, and then what you're going to do is, if you want to plant other stuff, you can come out here and do a gather command and just select a bunch of plants like this, and they will harvest whatever is ready. It is mid-spring, so you kind of want to do it like, this is probably too early, but you can get some plants in the spring. You want to do it like summer, autumn, like mid-late summer, mid-early autumn. You want to be getting your plants, because you can get some other ones. And then basically you will have a never-ending supply of drink and possibly food, because the plump helmets are food too. So you'll notice that your food will go up and your drink will go up, and your life will be pretty good. So that's just the basics of getting a farm going, how to set it up, kind of what I do. Now, there's obviously a couple more other things you could do, or there might be people that do things differently, but this is just a farming guide, just a quick little idea of how to do farming. and get it set up for your dwarves. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you appreciated the video, please let me know. Let me know what other content you like. Any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll try to help you guys out. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later. Peace.